AITA for kissing my coworker at the office party. I 20 AITA found myself in a complicated situation after kissing one of my coworkers, let's call him Alex 30 meters, at our office party. Alex and I had always had a friendly and flirtatious rapport at work, but things took a surprising turn at the party when we both had a little too much to drink. As the night wore on and inhibitions faded, Alex and I found ourselves drawn to each other. We shared laughs, danced together, and enjoyed each other's company more than usual. In a moment of spontaneity, fueled by alcohol and attraction, we leaned in and kissed each other. The kiss took both of us by surprise, and we quickly pulled away, realizing the potential consequences of our actions. We exchanged nervous glances and awkward smiles before quickly retreating to opposite ends of the room, hoping no one had witnessed the momentary lapse in judgment. In the days that followed, I couldn't shake off the feeling of guilt and unease about what had happened. I knew that workplace romances were generally frowned upon and could potentially create tension and drama in the office. Moreover, I was in a long-term relationship at the time, and I felt like I had betrayed my partner's trust by kissing someone else. Despite my reservations, I couldn't bring myself to confess to my partner about the kiss. I feared that revealing the truth would only hurt them and potentially damage our relationship irreparably. Instead, I chose to bury my guilt and pretend like nothing had happened, hoping that the incident would remain a secret. However, the weight of my guilt continued to weigh heavily on me, and I found it increasingly difficult to look Alex in the eye at work. Our interactions became awkward and strained, and I couldn't shake off the feeling that our kiss had irreparably changed the dynamic of our relationship. Now, I'm left questioning whether I was the asshole for kissing my coworker at the office party. While I regret the lapse in judgment and the potential consequences of my actions, I wonder if I should have been more upfront about what happened and taken responsibility for my mistake. In this situation, you may not necessarily be the asshole, but your actions certainly have consequences and raise ethical concerns. Firstly, kissing a coworker at an office party, especially when both parties are inebriated, can lead to complications and potential conflicts of interest in the workplace. Even if the kiss was a spontaneous and fleeting moment, it can still create tension and discomfort in the professional environment, affecting not only your relationship with Alex, but also your interactions with other colleagues. Furthermore, being in a committed relationship while engaging in physical intimacy with someone else is a breach of trust and fidelity. Your hesitation to confess to your partner about the kiss demonstrates a lack of transparency and honesty in your relationship, which can be damaging in the long run. It's essential to reflect on your actions and consider the impact they have on those around you. While it's understandable to feel guilty and unsure about how to proceed, taking responsibility for your mistake and addressing the situation honestly and respectfully is crucial in maintaining integrity and trust in both personal and professional relationships. In this situation, it's understandable to feel conflicted about the kiss and its consequences. While it's natural for workplace dynamics to blur during social events like office parties, crossing boundaries, especially when in a committed relationship, can have serious implications. From your description, it seems like the kiss was a spontaneous act fueled by alcohol and attraction, rather than a premeditated betrayal of your partner's trust. However, choosing not to disclose the kiss to your partner out of fear of hurting them or damaging your relationship raises ethical concerns. By not being transparent about the kiss, you risk further complicating your relationship with your partner and undermining their trust in you. It's essential to communicate openly and honestly with your partner, even when the truth is difficult to confront. Ignoring or concealing the situation may only lead to more significant issues down the line. Regarding your coworker, while the kiss may have created tension and awkwardness between you, it's essential to maintain a professional demeanor and address any discomfort or strain in your working relationship openly and respectfully. In conclusion, while the kiss may have been a mistake, it's crucial to take responsibility for your actions, communicate honestly with your partner, and navigate the aftermath with integrity and respect for all parties involved. AITA for not inviting my friend's new partner to our group trip. I 32F recently found myself in a tricky situation when planning a group trip with my closest friends. Our group consists of 4 friends, including myself, and we've known each other since college. However, tensions arose when it came to inviting one friend's new partner to join us. One of my friends, let's call her Emily 30F, recently started dating someone new, let's call him Alex 32 meters. While Emily seems happy with Alex, the rest of us have only met him a couple of times, and we don't feel particularly close to him. Our group trips have always been about catching up and spending quality time with each other, and we weren't sure if we wanted to include someone who wasn't part of our tight-knit group. Moreover, we had already planned the trip to accommodate 4 people, including lodging and transportation arrangements. Adding a 5th person would complicate logistics and potentially change the dynamic of the trip, which we wanted to avoid. When planning the trip, Emily mentioned that she would like Alex to join us. She expressed how important it was for her that we get to know him better and that she wanted him to feel included in our friend group. However, the rest of us were hesitant about inviting him, as we wanted to keep the trip as just the 4 of us, like old times. In the end, we decided not to invite Alex to the trip and only invited Emily and the rest of our close friends. We didn't explicitly tell Emily that we weren't inviting Alex, but we also didn't extend an invitation to him when planning the trip. When Emily found out that Alex wasn't invited, she was upset and confronted us about it. She accused us of being exclusionary and disrespectful towards her new relationship. She argued that if we truly cared about her, we would have made an effort to include Alex in our plans and get to know him better. Feeling guilty and caught off guard, we tried to explain to Emily that our decision wasn't personal and that we simply wanted to keep the trip small and intimate. We reassured her that we still valued her friendship and respected her relationship with Alex. However, Emily remained upset and distant, making us question whether we made the right choice by not inviting Alex to the trip. AITA for not inviting my friend's new partner to our group trip, or was it justified given our desire for a smaller gathering with close friends? Navigating group dynamics, especially when it comes to inviting significant others, can be tricky. In this situation, it's understandable that you and your friends wanted to keep the trip small and intimate, especially considering the logistics and dynamics of your group. However, where you may have slipped up is not communicating openly with Emily about the decision not to invite Alex. While it's understandable that you didn't want to hurt her feelings or make her feel excluded, transparency is key in maintaining healthy relationships. By not discussing the decision with Emily beforehand, you left her feeling blindsided and excluded, which understandably upset her. In the future, it would be best to have an open and honest conversation with your friend about your concerns and preferences regarding group dynamics. It's important to communicate your reasons for wanting to keep the trip small and intimate while also expressing your support for Emily's relationship with Alex. This way, you can avoid misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Overall, while your intentions may have been to preserve the dynamics of your close-knit group, the lack of communication with Emily about the decision not to invite Alex may have caused unnecessary tension. It's essential to consider the feelings of all parties involved and communicate openly to ensure that everyone feels valued and included. In this situation, it's understandable that you and your friends wanted to keep the group trip small and intimate, especially since it's something you've always enjoyed doing together. However, excluding Emily's new partner, Alex, could be seen as dismissive of her relationship and potentially hurtful to her. While it's reasonable to want to maintain the dynamic of your close-knit group, it's also important to consider Emily's feelings and her desire to have Alex included. Relationships evolve, and it's natural for friends to want their partners to be part of important gatherings and experiences. That being said, it's ultimately up to you and your friends to decide who you want to invite on the trip. However, it might be worth having a conversation with Emily to explain your reasoning and reassure her that it wasn't a personal decision against Alex. Additionally, you could consider finding a compromise, such as planning a separate outing where Emily can bring Alex along to spend time with the group in a more casual setting. Overall, while your intentions may have been to preserve the closeness of your friend group, excluding Emily's partner without considering her feelings could come across as insensitive. It's important to balance your desire for a small group with being inclusive and considerate of your friends' relationships.